समझ पा रहा कि किस मानकों में इनाम को चयनित किया जा रहा है। इसमें तो वो भी नाम थे जिन्होंने नारा दिया था तिलक तराजू और तलवार उनको मारो जूते चार। ये भी नारा देने वाले अगर भारत रत्न पाएंगे तो फिर देश का विभाजन करने वाले बहुत से लोग खड़े हो जाएंगे। क्यों नहीं शहीद भगत सिंह, अशफाक उल्लाह और चंद्रशेखर जी का नाम था? क्यों नहीं डॉक्टर राम मनोहर लोहिया का नाम है? क्यों नहीं और भी देश में प्राण देने वाले लाला लाजपत राय भी ने भी देश की आज़ादी में प्राण दिए, उनका नाम क्यों नहीं था? तो बहुत से नाम इसमें छूटे हुए हैं और खामखा इसको विवाद का मुद्दा बनाया जा रहा है। तो मैं तो कहूँगा नाम स्वीकृत देने से पहले कोई मानक बना के इसको दोबारा विचार कर ले तो ज़्यादा अच्छा है।
तो आपको लगता है कि ये एक, क्योंकि चुनाव भी कुछ राज्यों में आने वाले हैं, महाराष्ट्र में है, हरियाणा में है, और दूसरा अभी आप कह रहे हैं कि कुछ एक एनालिसिस करना चाहिए, आपको लगता है कि बाकी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को भी कंसल्ट करना चाहिए, एक कोई ऐसा फोरम बनाना चाहिए जो डिसाइड करे कि भारत रत्न कौन डिजर्व करता है कौन नहीं?
बिल्कुल फोरम बनाना चाहिए, क्योंकि जब हर चीज़ में पारदर्शिता है तो फिर इसमें पारदर्शिता क्यों? और अगर भारत रत्न वोटों के आधार पर दिया गया तो सबसे दुखद दिन इस देश का होगा। और ये सपना हिंदुस्तान ने कभी देखने को सोचा भी नहीं था कि भारत रत्न भी वोटों के आधार पर दिया जाएगा। इसका मतलब इस देश में वोटर और वोट प्राथमिकता हो गई, देश प्राथमिकता पर नहीं रह जाएगा।
You heard the Samajwadi Party there and wonder what they would have to say, tell their UPA allies or even the Congress why they never made these noises earlier. Now that they have a bone to pick with the BJP, perhaps there's Naresh Agarwal is saying, but there is merit in what he says too. There is merit in what he says too, Sudhindra Kulkarni, and that's why earlier in the evening we had a caller who's a former diplomat calling us from Bangalore. He echoed what Vinod Mehta shared with us here on Times Now. He said, take the politics out of it totally. Let the Prime Minister chair and let be an eminent panel of citizens of the country decide who should get the nation's highest civilian order.
You see, there is no need to politicize. In fact, this should not be politicized at all. It should not become a point of controversy. The other awards, there is a different kind of a selection system. As far as Bharat Ratna is concerned, it is solely the prerogative of the Prime Minister to recommend, and ultimately the President decides. I can tell you that when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was Prime Minister, he had made a suggestion to give Bharat Ratna to Savarkar, but it was not accepted by the President. So there is in my view, there is no need to change this selection criteria, and it is not very often that it has got politicized. Let me tell you that it was during Vajpayee's time that a great Congress leader, a great freedom fighter from Assam, Gopinath Bordoloi,
yes,
was given Bharat Ratna in 1999.
Yes.
And tomorrow, if Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya is indeed selected for the Bharat Ratna posthumously by a BJP government, it should be remembered that Malviya ji was a Congress president. He was president for 4 times.
No, that way, Mr. Sudhindra Kulkarni, even if Kanchi Ram is given, he was the one who is the founder of the Bahujan Samaj Party.
Politicization.
But today the motive that the question that will be raised is these 5 names, there has to be some motive or the other, because there was a huge furor, China NC, last time around when sportspersons were being considered in 2011. Yes. Nobody was called in 2012. In 2013, ahead of Sachin Tendulkar, it was Major Dhyan Chand. Everybody agreed. The sports ministry also sent in a request saying that it should be Major Dhyan Chand, proposing his name, that he should be conferred the first Bharat Ratna for a sports person. But then it all changed, and it looked largely populist and driven by one man or somebody's whim and fancy, that name was rejected and Sachin Tendulkar's name was taken ahead. Not taking away anything from Sachin's achievements, but this man put India on the map because of the kind of hockey he played, in the kind of circumstances that he played, and he deserved to be the nation's first Bharat Ratna as a sporting icon, China NC. And isn't that what the BJP is cashing on? Because there was a lot of public opinion against the Congress for making that decision against Major Dhyan Chand. So isn't it also a populist move that's happening? Because you're looking at a Dalit vote bank in Uttar Pradesh and in Maharashtra, you got assembly elections coming in Maharashtra, and you push in Kanshi Ram's name.
So would you suggest that if it was Sachin Tendulkar now, because he's in Maharashtra, it would have helped us for election? We cannot have this kind of logic. Please understand that Mr. Kanshi Ram was a Dalit leader who needed to have his own recognition, not for obvious reasons that you're trying to, jibe me towards saying. But I want to just say 2 points. One is that Sachin Tendulkar is a national icon, yes. Question and debate about Dhyan Chand, clearly that is a question mark as well. Whether he should have come earlier, he should have come later. But the point is the government also has restrictions and prerogatives. The prerogative being that there is a certain number and there has to be a people from a cross section of various walks of life.
But where are the scientists?
Public service is one aspect, sport is the other. And I don't think
Why should there be a
Sachin Tendulkar and the government.
Now, right, we've got two callers also with us. We'll also go across to Justice Malviya. I think we've got the connection through. I request Amit and our caller Vishwanathan to just stay on. I'll take a quick question with Justice Malviya. Justice Malviya, I hope you can hear me. Was Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya's name ever proposed in the past? Or is this the first time that you're hearing his name being shortlisted?
No, it's for the first time. I'd never heard his name being considered earlier.
And did it pain you? Did it hurt you? What did you ever wonder when others were being conferred the Bharat Ratna? Why not him?
No, not really, because throughout his life, he never aspired for any position. And therefore, I don't think that he would have been very happy. But I do feel that it was an honor which was due to him.
Honor, you believe, long overdue? It should have happened in the 50s or the 60s, if not at least in the 70s? 64 years
Certainly.
down the line it's happening?
I think so, because his contribution in the nation building was enormous. He was the Congress president nominated 4 times of the All India Congress Committee, which was the whole Congress. And apart from thinking about the education in India, he thought about the downtrodden people. He thought about the economy of the country. He thought about a common language for the country, as he had established Hindi Sahitya Sammelan, so that when the country becomes independent, Hindi Sahitya Sammelan was all over the India trying to impart Hindi education to all, so that there could be one particular language which could be a common language. So he was a visionary. He used to think about so many things.
Right, Justice Malviya, I will go across to our two callers before I go across to C.R. Keshavan again. Amit from Mumbai and N.B. Vishwanathan from Bangalore. Thanks for your patience. Yes, Amit.
Yeah, so quick 3 points. Please give me 20 seconds. Number one, salute to our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Yes, these all honorable people are well deserving. Second point, this Bharat Ratna to be given posthumously was decided in 1955. There was notification, right? And after that, Congress has ignored our great leader Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Ambedkar. They have not given them. And second point is, sir, we humbly request to the TMC and the teams of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose to kindly accept the awards, because
right.
The award is not given by the government. This is a feeling of the country, and nobody is about the country. Yes, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Mahatma Gandhi are international, but they are not about the country, and they should humbly accept this award.
So your view is similar to what Tushar Gandhi said here with us on this discussion, but I have to tell you and tell our viewers, Dr. Ambedkar and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel were conferred the Bharat Ratna, albeit very, very late, in my opinion, 1990 and 1991. N.B. Vishwanathan, go ahead, please.
My comment is that what the Modi government has done is correct, and Congress cannot blame the award being given, because during the 10 years of UPA rule, they were never thought of Dhyan Chand or any other founders, even including Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Vallabhbhai, also and other leaders. They were only concentrating on certain political groups. As such, the present government, which has given the award, proposed to give the award, is welcomed.
Right. Thanks for calling in, Mr. Vishwanathan. You're hearing what our callers are saying, Mr. Keshavan. Now, the other question I want to ask you is, 1955, Jawaharlal Nehru, 1971, Indira Gandhi, 1991, Rajiv Gandhi. 1991, Rajiv Gandhi, the same year as Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Morarji Desai. Is there a reason why this has happened? And the other thing, 2 terms of the UPA, sir, within the last 2 terms, only 2 years when the Bharat Ratna was conferred. What happened to the other 8 years? If this list is so long and it is so endless of our visionaries and icons and our heroes to whom honor is long overdue, why didn't they announce the names? Why didn't they confer the Bharat Ratna?
I'll reiterate 2 points again, lest that people are not understanding it correctly. This is still in the realm of speculation, all this news, and we are saying that we welcome all the above five mentioned names are heroes in their own right, and we celebrate them getting the Bharat Ratna. Let us get one thing straight, Anand, here. People are entitled to different views. We had so many people contribute for the growth and development and freedom of this great country. Some people have been honored, some people have been left out. That doesn't demean or diminish their service or sacrifice or dedication in any way, because it is the prerogative of the government as well as these leaders you're talking about. Let me make it very clear to you again. Till 1966, even after 1955, till then it was a convention. Mahatma Gandhi didn't get it. Vallabhbhai Patel didn't get it. 1990, it was the VP Singh government which gave the Bharat Ratna.
Why didn't Sardar Patel get it when Jawaharlal Nehru got it, sir?
Anand, can you please understand what I'm saying? Jawaharlal Nehru was alive. There was a convention. Vallabhbhai Patel passed away in 1950, and till 55 posthumous awards were not, notified. Can you please understand that fact?
Yeah,
please?
but from 55 to 90, what happened, sir?
Yeah. Till 1966, nobody was given. Until Shastriji was given, that was a convention. Even after that, out of the 11 posthumous awards given, please understand and underline this clearly. Out of the 11 posthumous awards given, 6 of them were given instantly the next year or the same year they died. There was a convention. I'm telling you again, it's the prerogative of the government. Today, I don't want to pick up cudgels with the BJP. It is the prerogative. People have voted them into power. Could I argue that why didn't they give Madan Mohan Malviya ji the Bharat Ratna in 1988 to 2004? Would that be any logical? So let us leave it to the right of the government and who the government of the day. Let them use their discretion and we respect it. All the parties should welcome it and let it be above politics.
But that is not something what the Congress is preaching, sir. My point is that has not been the convention so far by the Congress-led, Congress-supported, Congress-backed governments. So why are they preaching that message to this government now? And why are they asking, what about Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru? Because the question is like a rhetoric, isn't it? What were they thinking for the last 64 years? Why didn't they confer the Bharat Ratna on them? Even from 66 onwards.
Minister spoke today. No, Mr. Manish Tiwari's statement is his own view. He's entitled to his own view as well as the government is entitled to its own prerogative.
So are you trying to say that the Congress as a whole doesn't subscribe to Mr. Manish Tiwari's view?
Mr. Rajiv Shukla ji made a very clear statement today that he doesn't agree with them, and he said those are Manish Tiwari's views.
Right. Mr. Gandhi, you've been wanting to make a point there.
No, I sort of feel revolted by this reiteration that it's government's prerogative. Why should a national honor be a government's prerogative? Because as soon as it becomes a government's prerogative, there is politics that comes in to play with that. Why shouldn't it be a constitutional honor given in that manner? If I had to make a controversial statement or ask for that, there is a gender imbalance in these awards. Why not rectify that then? Why is it that that is not being addressed? Everybody is giving names of people. Why aren't women being named? There are so many of them who deserve the Bharat Ratna either posthumously or maybe even in their lifetimes.
Yeah, there are a few women though, but
there are very
few and far between. You have Mother Teresa, you have MS Subbulakshmi, you have Aruna Asaf Ali and Lata Mangeshkar. And yes, you did ask me about Gulzari Lal Nanda. He did get the Bharat Ratna in 1997. But Mr. Sudhindra Kulkarni, there is a, what Netaji's family is asking for? They say if you truly want to honor Subhash Chandra Bose, you declassify the files. Let this government show its intent that it wants to honor Netaji, and you declassify the files which you have withheld. They say that there are a few files with the Prime Minister's office itself. Let the details out. Will this government do that? If they really mean, if the intention is to really honor the nation's heroes, because that's what the family wants and that's what they've been lobbying for even in 1992, this was their demand.
No, see, as far as Netaji Bose's disappearance is concerned, no government would have any vested interest in withholding information. As far as I know, it's just that the mystery has not been solved. But even though it's reasonable to expect and to think that, he passed away, soon after or during at the last, fag end of the Second World War, the mystery has not been solved. Now, which Indian government, whether it's the Congress or the BJP, would have any vested interest in suppressing truth?
the governments have not answered the question because they have not declassified the file so far. It's close to 70 years. 1945 is when he disappeared. After that, it's been assumed that he is dead. But they have not been able to confirm it. And the family says if you want to confer it posthumously, confirm posthumously. Don't make it speculative. Otherwise, strike off the word posthumously.
The government should consider this. No, see, that is unreasonable because, if at all he was already given the Bharat Ratna once in 1992.
He was not conferred. It was proposed,
for
they declined.
Declassifying information,
the court
that is reasonable. The government, the family's demand for declassifying information, that's a reasonable demand.
And that's what they say, Mr. Gandhi. They say, you want to honor Netaji? We don't want Bharat Ratna. Declassify the files, solve the mystery. So if this government's true intent, shouldn't they do it?
Well, I don't see any reason why they should not be done. It's not going to make any earth-shattering difference to the reality of today. And also at the same time, I think there's a bit of adamancy in this whole demand. It's so many years. What difference does a few files make to the history or the greatness of that human being? And if it is the Prime Minister's prerogative to give a Bharat Ratna, how can a family's opinion not confer that award? Because it's finally the Prime Minister's prerogative and the family has no say in the matter, should have no say in the matter. So again, family politics again creep into these kind of things, and I think this is what should be
two points of view,
removed.
Two points of view I respect out of you, Mr. Gandhi. You say that if the nation confers an honor on a person, nobody is above the country. Yeah. So you should, in all humility, accept it. But there is also the other side that if the family wants closure, they want questions answered which have not been answered for the last 70 years. Why can't the government answer those questions and truly honor a nation hero?
There have been enough proofs given of the accident, and there have been eyewitnesses' account of Netaji's passing. If somebody doesn't want to believe it, you can't.
No, but if they have nothing to hide, then why hold back the files and why not declassify them?
That is another matter.
That's the other question. Two more callers before we wind up this discussion, ladies and gentlemen. Kabir Bhomia from Chandigarh and Sham Sundar from Bangalore. Yes, Kabir.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. Just a quick little comment that I have to make. Dr. Dhyan Chand is being recognized for his contribution, say, in colonial Indian times. I do feel that in the same field, due recognition is lacking to Balbir Singh Senior for his contribution as a player and afterwards in independent India. Now, my personal feeling is that the high mark set by Dr. Dhyan Chand was not only equaled by Balbir Singh, but it was surpassed. 2012.
Kabir, I appreciate your point of view, but the fact is that if somebody like a cricketer of the stature of Sachin Tendulkar can supersede the achievements of Major Dhyan Chand when the first award was considered, let us start with a hockey player and let it be the Major Dhyan Chand first up, and we'll hope that the others will follow. That's what I can say. Sham Sundar, yes, go ahead, please.
Sir, I'm Sham Sundar from Bangalore speaking.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Sir, these Congress people don't have the right to talk about Bharat Ratna because they are making hoo and kai about this Bharat Ratna now only. Why? They have not considered others, so they have considered only Gandhi family and others.
Well, Sham Sundar, you are a lecturer by profession, I'm given to understand. Thanks for calling in. A lot of traction going the way following the comments made by Mr. Manish Tiwari, and it's being directed at the Congress right through the evening. We will continue this discussion on the other side. I request our guests to stay on with us. We'll take a very short break and join you on the other side.